Welcome back to Times Record News football preview show. Week 4 is up on us, and so we've got 3 weeks in the book, which is all the non-district play for the teams in larger districts, like Ryder and Old High. A lot of teams had to lose last week and go into this bye week on loss. Ryder and Old High both. And then we had Graham in 4A suffers a second straight defeat. So what do we think they're learning from this? I'll start with the Graham. Second straight loss to Abilene, losing to Wiley.
Yeah.
They got Argyle this week. So.
Yeah, and then, it might. If they don't play well, it's going to be a third straight loss. So the defense played really well this time. It's kind of like the opposite of the Brownwood game. They only gave up, 25 points, and a lot of those were off turnovers, but they only scored 7. So I think it's just they're not good enough. They haven't found that consistency yet. But the defensive mistakes sound like they got cleaned up. But I'm anxious to see how they do against Argyle, because I could see them losing that game by a couple touchdowns, or I could see them winning down there too. Argyle's coming off a loss as well. So.
And then Wichita High loses a third straight.
Yeah.
But I thought the positives, and nearly ran for 200 yards just with gains alone.
Yeah.
And then the quarterback gave them a little something on the run game.
It was it's the best offensive game that they've had this year. It was something that maybe they can try to build off on. It's been tough sledding. I mean, they've had a tough time just getting anything going offensively. And Summit and Tascosa, I think they were definitely better teams than what Keller Central was. But this is, as far as confidence, is just something that Old High needs to feel. I mean, it's something they need to have going forward, because it's such a young team. They need to see something work right. And they had a lot work right in that game. Penalties probably keep them from being right in that game and possibly winning that game.
So, and then you were at the stadium, and Ryder Geyer, we wrote 68,000 words about their tough loss last year by my estimation. This year they actually played with them and were hanging within a possession pretty late in the game.
Yeah, it was 23-20 going into the fourth quarter, and Ryder was right there. If it's not for a busted coverage on a 3rd and 27 that led to a 52-yard touchdown for Geyer, Ryder's probably right in there. They had all the momentum at that point, and that just took the wind out of the sails. I mean, the crowd was into the game, everything, and then that touchdown was scored, and you probably could hear a pin drop in the stadium.
Again, it's kind of like Old High. Did the progress they showed, you think, kind of outweigh whether or not they actually got a W?
Yeah, I think it did. I think if that was a measuring stick, Ryder measured up. I mean, they were right there with Geyer, a perennial state power in Class 6A now. They're right there with them. They can hang with a team like that, then there is not a team in the district that Ryder can't believe they can hang with.
Yeah, with Denton losing, they kind of established themselves as a favorite, even though they're 1-2.
They're 1-2, and there's several. There are 2 teams that are 3-0 in that district right now. All the other teams are 2-1, other than Old High. But they're still, I think, based on the quality of competition that they played, the Ryder is still the team to beat in that district.
District 5-5A is off, and the Memorial Stadium will be dark this week. But in our next video, we'll talk about the teams that are playing Friday night.